Paul Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us its truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, I'm the elder Yashawan, and I want to talk about greater psyops that are about to be presented. Why? Because what's happening in the valley of Yehoshaphat, okay, the great war is taking off, and they want to distract you from that. Because somebody's over there getting their whole ass whooped, and they're hiding everything, hiding the fact that the bases have been destroyed. All right, they're not showing you any above radar or above aerial reconnaissance, right, of what happened to all of those. I think there's like 13 bases. They're all destroyed. And they're not letting the American people know that. So there's a campaign. The point that's being made is there is a campaign. The Iran war propaganda, see? So what's going on right now? What's going on is the war has expanded greatly, and they got to hide it because they're over there getting their ass kicked. So now you're about to hear everything from UFOs, aliens. Hey, look over here. Look over here. Don't look at that war. Don't worry about that. Okay? We're doing fine over there. Don't worry. We're ahead of schedule. Okay? So where's this thing at? Okay? First, let's get damn, this thing's gonna play with me, I see. Bear with me. Let's get 2 Cor 2 and 11, right? Because we already know exactly what is about to occur next. 2 and 11. This thing is completely acting a fool. I probably should have restarted this because it's got some sort of glitch. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. I think this is Berean Standard. In order that Satan should not outwit us, for we are not unaware of his schemes. Look at this shit. In the King James, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay, so we know in advance what all of this is. You just read the headlines and you understand that we're being distracted. Oh, voting is going to get you out of there. Hey, white supremacy, black against white. And this is us reporting, but look at what, these are the headlines. Look, morning news. These are the headlines. War, famine, pestilence. This is what's going on. Prophecy. Okay. Esau being exposed. The devil being exposed. Okay. Killer Mike tried to warn back voters. It backfired. Great deception. Okay. Turncoats. False prophets. Deceiving many. Big Mike. Go to MAGA, right? Whatever this nigga was involved in. Let's see. Okay, so look at this. And things, there are two sides to what's going on. There's the bad, right? And then there's the good. The men of the Lord are getting the work done. Look, this gospel shall be preached in all the world. That's a good thing. I'm on about it. What happened here? The sifting is going down. Right? We're right after the Passover. This was coming. Okay? We're moving on. Anyway, let's watch this guy, the lovable idiot of Stephen Banoon. And even though he's right 2 times a day like the clock, sometimes what he does, because he's connected over there in a small hat land, he gets some news before everybody else, and he gets it right. And this might be one of those times. So let's take a look at what he's saying. Then he starts droning on right up into the 5-minute mark. But initially, he comes out.
Good afternoon, friend. Stephen Benoon here with Israeli News Live. It is May the 6th, 2026, and the situation out here in the Middle East is ramping up again. It's not gone into an all-out war as of yet. Iranian media says U.S. Navy ships has been hit by 2 missiles and was forced to turn back. That was a frigate there. I have had a...
So if that's true, see, they're not going to say that. Stephen Benoon is going to say that. If that's the news, he's going to report it. Whereas Fox News and CNN, they're not going to tell you that America's over there getting struck by Iran and running. That's what he just said, if you're listening. Okay? And what amounts to they're getting run the hell up out of there. We already know through the scriptures what the outcome is going to be. Now we're watching stages of it take place, okay? Which is why they have to hide this. They can't tell you that they're over there getting their ass kicked, but Stephen can. He's going to say it again, right? You can slip it in there, but listen, you got to pay attention.
Iranian media says U.S. Navy ships has been hit by 2 missiles and was forced to turn back. That was a frigate there. I have had a video that I was going to share with you guys there, but I can't get the video to actually play. You can
see because they're watching him, right? He has the same phenotype, if you will, as what's his name? Paul and Adrian. He's a Paul, right? This dude is a Paul and Adrian, right? And they're a bit, you know, cantankerous is what you would call it. Cantankerous, right? We have to look that up. But just like Paul could be a Jake, this guy could be a Jake. He don't know no better. He thinks he's a small hat, which he is, but he could be a Jake.
Distance is something the Iranians released there showing that it was actually struck there. I'm sure the Iranians will show later this actual intercept of this frigate that refused to go out of the straits there. Let me play here what Al Jazeera is saying on this matter for you as well.
Iran's Fars news agency saying that 2 missiles, assumedly Iranian missiles, but saying 2 missiles hit U.S. warship near Yask Island after it ignored Iran warnings. Just to recap on this very important news that's coming through, Iran's Fars news agency is reporting 2 missiles have hit U.S. warship near Yask Island after it ignored Iranian warnings. Now, Rasul, I appreciate the situation is very fluid. Are you hearing anything about this that no doubt would be a very serious escalation in what we thought was at least a ceasefire in terms of preventing?
Is this news? Is this a report? Is this a threat? Are this rumors of war here? Is this rumors? War and rumors of war? Is that what this is? That's a question. We'll get back to that. Let's get what do I want? Ruler against, oh shit, H-E-A-I-N-S, ruler. This thing don't work like it used to. They're sabotaging these search engines. What do I want? Ruler against ruler. It's Jeremiah 51, ruler against ruler. Right? Right here. I almost got it memorized. Call all y'all about Shimon. Jeremiah 51:46. And lest your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor, as in wars and rumors of war, and ye faint for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Now, where is the war component to this? What do you mean? What do you mean, lest you faint, lest your heart faint, and you fear for the rumor that will be heard in the land? A rumor. Where is the war component to this? Right? Well, here's a report. Are you afraid afraid? You are not afraid at the report. Fear for the rumor. The report. What report? Heard in the land. After that, a report. Okay, so we're dealing with a report, a rumor, right? Report, rumor, report proclaimed, rumor. News, fear for the news that shall be heard. So we got report, rumor, news, right? News, report. All we need is threat over here. Afraid for the report, rumor. Bear with me. Okay. Report. Rumor. Okay, so the only thing that we didn't get is threat. But what I want to look at is this right here. Approaching what? Forces. What is that? What's approaching forces? There's your military, your war component that lets you know what this is talking about. Okay? What rumor? Unless you fear, and you fear for the rumor. What rumor? The rumor of approaching forces. That's the war component. What's this? Approaching forces.
Military contact between the two sides.
Indeed,
That's not approaching forces? Iran Central Command warns all ships and tankers against movement, and they're over there firing on them. That's approaching forces. So we had report, rumor, and news, right? Right? Report, rumor, news, right? In Jeremiah, report, rumor, news. You know what I'm doing. Matthew 24:6. Report, rumor, news. Report, rumor, news. Let's start down here at the Aramaic, and you get your report. Reports of wars. Rumors is easy. Rumors of wars. This is in Matthew, and your news is right here in the New Translation. And the news of battles far away. So report, rumor, news, and what else? Over here we got threats. Wars and rumors of war. Wars and threats of war. Wars and news of battles. And wars and reports. Aramaic. It's going to happen that you're going to hear battles and reports of wars. Reports. Is this a report? Is this news? Breaking news. What are we talking about? World War III. That's the news of the day. That's what wars and rumors of war mean. All we're talking about is wars. Here's the news. Here's the report.
So earlier today, the Khatam al-Anbiya.
Everybody's reporting on the news.
So as you can see, it is being reported by different
It's
media
being
outlets.
what? By a different what? That's wars and rumors of war.
So as you can see, it is being reported by different media outlets there talking about that. And also, too, the UAE, United Arab Emirates oil facility was hit by Iranian drone strike as attacks resume. And this is, again, something that was downplayed initially that nothing actually happened.
It's being downplayed because they're restricting the news. They don't want the American people to know we're in the middle of World War III, getting our butts kicked. So what they're going to take it out on you over here. They're going to attack you here so that you don't find out the truth about what's going on over there. That is real bad. Right? And shit rolls downhill. We're getting our ass kicked in World War III over there. Where is it coming? It's coming to Babylon the Great. You gotta get your ass ready.
May 5th, 2026. United Arab Emirates said Monday.
You know what it's called? It's called Jacob's Trouble. Okay? Jacob's trouble is the Most High passing judgment on everybody, using Esau. How is he going to make Esau mad? First, he's going to get his ass whooped over there. While he's getting his ass whooped, he's going to come back home and take it out on you niggas.
Under attack by Iran for the first time since the fragile ceasefire took hold in April, accusing Iran of sparking a fire at a key oil facility in a drone strike, UAE Defense Ministry also said. You can see there in the background there images of the burning facility there, and that was a retaliation for U.S. striking ships in the Gulf of Hormuz. Excuse me, the Persian Gulf, but at the Strait of Hormuz, according to sources that I have there closer to the Iranian side of this, that they had struck the UAE in retaliation for that. Now, I don't know exactly why that was or anything like that, but that was at least the information that I was hearing on that side there.
Now, we're in there. So we can go, look, Iran unleashes missiles and da-da-da-da. Iran downs KC-135 squadron. Down to squadron? That's high funk. There's got to be something there. You understand? So what's going on over there? Whatever is going on, let's look at this. Whatever is going on over there, right? They got to hide that. They got to hide that. How are they hiding? Get Dabu.
And the Bekaa Valley. Because, for example, today he gave evacuation orders to 12 villages in the Bekaa Valley included. He's not limiting himself south of the Litani River. He's going also north of the Litani River and even around Sidon. So the enlargement of the war is something that Donald Trump is supporting, because without his support, Benjamin Netanyahu would not do it. The resistance, on the other hand, is making sure that it is conducting a war of attrition against Benjamin Netanyahu, because the point of the resistance today is different than in 2024. Today, Hezbollah is not defending the geography. On the contrary, it is allowing the Israelis to come in, enlarge their presence in different villages.
Salakia, bear with me. I'm going to Dabu here because I'm going to show you how they're trying to mask them losing over there. This is the level that we're at right now. The level. Okay.
Well, I would get ready.
Here's where we're at. This is yesterday, 18 hours ago, not even 24 hours ago. This is the reason for this. Why are we doing this? Hey, look over here. Reptilian. Why? Because what's going on in Iran? What's going on in the Bab al-Mandab, in the Strait of Hormuz? Things are over there changing. The political, the socio-political environment has changed to the point it's existential to Babylon. So now they have to distract you.
For the Great Deception. It looks like they are about to roll this whole thing out. All the signs are there.
Why? Because we're in World War III. And this is a distraction. It's not going well over there. Right? And as well as the fact that it's not going well over there, what's going on over there is part of the book. What this is part of the book too. That's how great this deception. What the great deception? What the great? There's something that goes right here. Babylon the Great. Whose deception is? It's Jacob's trouble, right? Babylon the Great's deception. Jacob's trouble. Babylon the Great. Whose deception is it? It's Babylon the Great's. He left out, just like witch doctor, right? Doctor, you left out the first part of that phrase. It's witch doctor. Like Dr. Seuss. Witch Dr. Seuss. Right? Babylon the Great. Deception. Don't be deceived. All right? Why are they pushing this suddenly for years this you couldn't talk about? Now we're going to talk about it with little green men attached when that's not what the narrative actually is.
And the Trump administration has said they're about to drop
The narrative is they sparkled like burnished brass, not little green men. They sparkled like burnished brass. What about that?
information here very soon out of Trump's mouth himself. And this will be, without a doubt, deception at the highest level. And I would get ready right now.
Why?
They're saying
Why?
religious leaders were pulled into a meeting. And the guy that you see here on the screen is Perry Stone. He was one of them. He's an evangelist from Tennessee. Apparently, a half a dozen of these pastors were handpicked by the government. And they were told in this little meeting what's about to happen. And the reason that they were told is because people are going to turn to them for answers.
The reason they were told, because it's time for them to spread this disinformation and confusion. You waited all the way to now and say, okay, there's going to come a time where we send these troops out. Now they've been dispatched to go out and spread confusion about fallen angels and lizards and reptilians. And it's all bullshit. Look, existence of reptilian creatures. Nah. Sorry. You're the reptilian creature, scaly bitch. Okay, you're part of that great deception. A lot of Jakes are, right? You Masons, right? You're in lockstep. Yeah, he's an Israelite, he's a Jake, he's in lockstep with the devil. All right, so anyway, we're not ignorant, all right? And all of these things add up. Reports of wars. What is this? What about the war that goes along with this? There's a war. What about the war in heaven? You're introducing aliens and spaceships. Well, guess what? Here they are. And here's the aliens and their spaceships. Okay? But In what context are the aliens in the spaceships? Revelation 12 and 7. In what context are the aliens in their spaceship? And then a war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. The dragon fought, and his angels fought. But what are the angels? The angels are vehicles, like the blue angels, right? Michael would be the alien, right? And the angels let's get it over here. This war, let's zoom into this war in detail. First, let's read it. This is Revelation 12 and 7 in the King James. Okay. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. Okay. Now, let's get a little more clarity on what this actually means. Okay. Because here you have what this devil is calling this the alien. Michael would be the alien, right? And I guess the angels would be more aliens. But see, you can't have the alien without what? The UFO. Got to have the UFO. So let's get that. Let's get the UFO in there with more clarity from that particular war. Okay. Okay. Here we go. The rider on the white horse. This is Revelation 19 in the King James. 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a UFO. What do you mean heaven open? Well, I saw a wormhole open from the fourth dimension into the third. And what came through was a UFO, right? So there's the UFO. There's the spaceship, right? Now, where's the alien? And he that sat upon, there's the alien. In this case, it would be Yahushua. You're calling Yahushua an alien because right over here are who? And the armies. Who are the armies? Those are those other angels, right? That are with him, with Michael. In this case, they're with Yahushua because Yahushua and Michael are different. But Michael's going to be there in this army, right? Which were in heaven, followed him on what? There's the UFO. You can't have the alien. This is a bunch of aliens. And here are their UFOs. They're spaceships. See? And it's the same fight, same war. Revelation 19 and 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to what? Same war. To make war, that war in heaven. Against him that sat on the horse and against his army. Okay, there's the horse. What's that? That's the spaceship or the UFO. Him, they're calling Yahushua an alien. Okay, so when we come back here, okay, it's a big distraction about getting that ass whooped over there because what happens over here now, these are going to come for real, right? And take down what? It's all part of the same war, right? But what they have to do now is distract you from that ass whooping that's going on over here, while inadvertently telling on themselves that something great and fantastic is going to happen over here. No longer will it be said from the brought up the children of Israel from the. Let's see, no longer. Let's see if I can just find that. So, okay, bear with me, and I'm gonna close right here. No longer. Wow. Brought up the children. Yep, right here. I think. Jeremiah 16 and 14. And I'm going to close. All right. So, what happened in ancient Egypt is happening now. Okay. And what happened in ancient Egypt? What is happening now? We're about to win. Jeremiah 16:14. Therefore, behold, the days come, and these days are here now, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Read one more here. But, Salak, but the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. All right, so that's what we see happening. We're real close. Hang in there. The real show is about to start. Right, so don't be deceived. Let no man deceive you. Right. This is one of the main admonitions from Yahushua in red right here. See to it. Boom. That's it. All right. Matthew 24 and 4. Yahushua answered and said, see to it that no one deceives you. All right. Because all of it is, it's great. The deception is great. Babylon the Great. With that, we pray that the elect are edified, your brother and your sister. Shalom.